Is Valorant dying? The short answer is no. But it is in a really poor state right now. So today's video I'm going to be going over some stuff that's really wrong with Valorant and what Riot could do to fix them. First off, a quick disclaimer, I do want to ask you to go into this video with an open mind and wait to comment your thoughts and opinions until after you've finished watching the video. Keep in mind this video is going to contain some of my opinions as well. Okay, thank you. Competitive fatigue. Valorant has a massive issue with its competitive mode. Playing a game of ranked can honestly just be really draining mentally. You're just bound to get throwers, toxic teammates, or some stupid smurf against you. It's just bound to be a terrible time. You really can't just jump into a game of competitive anymore to have some genuine fun, because the majority of the games are gonna be super draining. And I can already hear you say, oh, just play it unrated, play a swift play, do something else. Well, that sounds good on paper, but tell me why my bronze 1 Clove is telling me to tail ult myself IRL because I'm messing around in a swift play. In reality, Valorant doesn't have a single casual game mode. Bring back or add more game modes like Snowball Fight or Replication because those were truly casual and fun, but no, we removed them. Okay, sorry, a bit of a rant, but just picture this. You've been Plat 1 for the last 8 months because Lord knows you're not getting any RR, but today is the day you have a day off for yourself and you decide to grind Valorant all day for 6 hours straight and you end up 3 RR lower than you started. For a lot of players, this is sadly a reality that they'll play great, you know, above average for their rank, but they end up losing anyway due to teammates who aren't as good as them, or an enemy smurf, or throwers, or whatever. Yes, you can argue it's not every game that happens, but it does happen a lot. In silver to plat. It's so bad. It's so bad. Plus, the biggest issue is the player that might be playing above an average plat player but is still losing does not get a single reward for being better than the rest in their rank. Essentially, progress feels meaningless, and when your rank doesn't reflect your skill, it's demoralizing, which leads a lot of people to quit. Another big issue is with ranked is just the comms in general. From Iron to Ascendant, hell, even in a low Immortal, it's all the same. It's just an ego contest or just somebody flaming the entire team because they're smurfing. That's all that happens. It's so dead. It's so dead. And for those who do manage to climb out of their ranks, the reward is so useless. Oh great, I have pink rank pixels now. That's so great. Lovely. It's not blue anymore. Tip top. Oh, you want to get another reward for ranking up? You're gonna get one every 6 months. And you're gonna get the same exact body that legit everybody else already has. Personally, I've hit Immortal for the first time around 6 months ago, and I never felt the need to climb any higher. I don't have the time or even half the skill required to hit Radiance, so what's the point? It's so bad that I legit know of people that were Immortal, hell, even Immortal 2, and they're now in Gold because they'd rather play with their friends and fuck around and not try at all than grind back for their Immortal. There's no reason to keep pushing in ranked. But how could Valorant fix this? How could Riot, you know, fix this issue? Because this is something that's not just my issue. I've heard a lot of people complain about it. Every time there's a new rank reset, everybody's complaining, oh, I get the same buddy everybody has. It is cool that you have like a rank buddy that is distributed. Every 6 months is a long time in my opinion, but I am okay with that. But what Riot could do to, you know, incentivize climbing higher than getting a peak at 10 RR and then quitting, because what's the point? You could do stuff like, let's say you're Gold 2. Oh, there you go. Congratulations, you've hit Gold 2. You're still gonna get the same gun buddy as somebody else, but now because you hit Gold 2, you're gonna get a classic. That's like a gold themed skin. You get like a little rank inspired skin, for example. You're an Immortal, you're gonna get the gun buddy, but if you want to get something special, let's say the top 10,000 Immortals, you get like a special Immortal banner. Wow, you just got to Iron 3 for the first time ever. Good job, you're gonna get a little title, the start of a journey. For example, something simple. There should be simple little rewards that would make people want to grind, you know, outside of just the gun buddy, because it's the only reward you're getting right now, a fucking gun buddy. Quick shout out to my friend Hamadul. She helped with the script for this video. She went over everything, if it made sense or not, and she added this. Another example could be taken from Riot's other game, League of Legends. League has a special Victoria skin that you can get from playing a certain amount of ranked games in a season, and then you get additional chromas for the skin depending on what rank you end the season at. That is a brilliant idea. Why isn't this in Valorant yet? What the hell? Maybe this concept can transfer over to Valorant so that you get a unique skin each season with different colors or upgrades depending on your rank. I think this is an amazing idea, and it actually upsets me that this is already in a Riot game, but not in Valorant. Another big issue Riot has in Valorant is smurfs. They tend to really ruin the experience for everyone but the person they're playing with. Luckily, Riot is gonna tackle this apparently in the next update. We'll see how good that is. Let's just be honest. It's taken them way too long to fix this. I want to like emphasize the fact that it's taken Riot so long to act on it, because the idea they made up for it could have been implemented way earlier. Hell, even when they added Premiere, they could have done it. Whatever. The other game modes fucking suck. It's all essentially the same search and destroy game mode in a slightly different format. Unrated is just legit ranked without RR. Swift play is unrated but short. Brilliant. Deathmatch and team deathmatch are legit just warm-ups for ranked. Everything in Valorant is so competitive or slash rank driven. It's as if the game has nothing else to offer, which could not be further from the truth. But the casual game modes need fixing. Another issue is with Valorant, the game modes are super repetitive. There are no regular updates, events, changes, or rotations. And even the fun game modes like Replication and Snowball Fight, which legit nobody was able to take serious, got removed. And sadly, Riot isn't adding anything new. Since I started playing this game, they've gone -1 on the amount of game modes added. How have you done that then? And what really annoys me is, yes, there are frequent updates and small tweaks and agent changes, but they're so focused for VCT because all my life, my girl Viper did not deserve that hard of a nerf. Why remove Omali, remove the ability to pick up your orb, and make it all less long? That is insane to me. But when legit nobody below Diamond even knows how to decently play Viper because she is one of those agents that needs a little bit of focus and communication, you're essentially just completely nerfing an agent based on what like 5% of the player base is experiencing, while 95% of them might just be fucking around with Viper and having fun and not experiencing her being overpowered at all because she was never that overpowered. Just in VCT she was really strong, but it's insane how harsh the nerf was, especially if you look at how much and how good she was played, well, not good. She was played outside of VCT and below Ascended Diamond. Like, personally, I just feel like it was a very harsh nerf, and it's not the first time we've seen an agent get nerfed into the ground. What they can also definitely do at Riot is add some silly game modes, like a fast util refresh. So, for example, every 30 seconds your util fully refreshes. That could be a really fun game mode because it will allow you to explore the game in completely different ways. No strategies involved, just pure stupidity. Nobody's going to be as toxic. Yes, there's going to be like bad apples, of course. You can't prevent that. But in a game mode like that, it's bound to happen a lot less. You could do something like a completely random agent that every round you get to play a completely different agent. This would just make it really fun, especially for people that love Sage Roulette. They would love that game mode, and it would be complete chaos and fun and just completely unserious. It could be something very fun for casual players. And now I really can't believe that I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna steal an idea from Fortnite of all games. Add community modes. You know, Valorant has a very good custom game system where you can tweak some very fun stuff. Allow people to tweak even more stuff, like let's say lower gravity, faster movement, random weapons, fucking whatever. There's so many things you could allow people to do. Let them make their own custom games that they can make public so that random people could play them. That could be brilliant. Right, you're a lazy company. Don't fix the game yourself. Let the community fix it for you because you have a damn good community and you know it. The possibilities for a game like Valorant are completely endless. So, right, respectfully, get a bit creative. Make some fun, casual game modes because I assure you, a lot of people are going to be attracted to those game modes and going to come back to Valorant for those game modes. They're going to spend more time on Valorant for those game modes because there's a whole new world to explore. Okay, so we've talked a lot of shit about Valorant, about how horrible it is, and I've like pushed the game down, but let's talk about the real state of the game. In reality, the game is in a fine state. However, more and more creators and players are starting to move on to new games. Like, think of Jules, think of Average Jonas. Yes, they might not be like the most loved creators. Sure, they might not be everybody's cup of tea, but they are definitely like, they're definitely people that are very associated with Valorant, and you know, they grew massive on Valorant and they got a big fan base from Valorant. And to see them just like be like, ugh, game bad, moving on, is really sad to see. I think a few simple changes and specifically additions could launch Valorant back up to its peak. Despite playing it for almost 3 years now, I still absolutely love the game. Though the competitive side is completely dead for me. It feels like, I know I didn't hit Radiant, but it feels like there's nothing for me to do there anymore. I still come back to this game frequently. Hell, I just made a Valorant themed YouTube channel. Please subscribe. I need to get 100 subscribers so I can get my fucking Pokemon card back that Joseph stole from me.
If you want it back, 100 subs by the end of the month.
Does Riot really care about Valorant? Listen, from a player's point of view, it can really seem the focus is on competitive and esport, as almost every single update slash game mode revolves around either one of those. Unfortunately, this is a very common problem in games with a pro scene, not just Valorant, as the developers have to balance the game for competitive integrity, but there are better ways of balancing a game other than nuking an agent that the majority of the player base struggles to play efficiently in general. And if it isn't some agent tweaking update, it's just gonna be another terrible bundle that looks like like it was made without much effort at all. Because genuinely, why the hell is there currently a knife skin on sale for 50 euros that used to be completely free? You would have that knife for free if you played in the beta. That said, I do think at its core, Riot really does care about Valorant, but just not as much for the casual experience. VCT this year is a lot more entertaining than it was prior, in my opinion. We finally have some personality shining through in VCT. I mean, looking at Nats, looking at Boaster. Love Boaster, man. Boaster on wall. Boaster on wall. And of course, if there is a bug, they jump on it like that, you know? It's just instantly, like, look at the Omen bug recently. They instantly took out Omen and fixed it within like 1 or 2 days. Riot clearly does care, but there are so many issues with the game. I really hope that now we are up to Unreal 5, that Valorant is gonna get a lot of changes and a lot of positive changes, like more game modes, more silly things, like a lot more just fun stuff. People have been begging for changes, but nothing has happened for so long. You can sell hype, patch bugs, and add new agents, but you can't fix a game that forgot why people played it in the first place. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. It took me a while to make this video. Sorry for being on a little hiatus of 2 weeks. If you want to see more videos from me, you can click on this video right here. And next week, I will be back with another video, and I will be doing a chamber util only type of video. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye.